Hey everyone, Sweet Shard here with another DIY. This week's project is a super fun one. We're going to be doing a sew along. We're going to be making view A from Quick Sew K35. It's a raglan sweater. Super easy to make and perfect for anybody's wardrobe. Okay, let's get started. We are going to start by working with our wristband, neckband, and waistband. So this is it right here. I'm going to get right into it by starting with the wristband. Take these notches and you're going to match them up. Grab your pins, pin them together. I'm going to do the same thing for the neckband. I'm going to fold it in half, pin together. The waistband comes in two pieces. One would be the front and one would be the back. So now we're going to move to the machine. You're going to match the notches together and do one straight stitch with only a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And remember, when you get to the ends, just to do a quick back stitch just to lock your threads in place. Now we've got all of our pieces done. All we want to do is now press open the seams. Once we press the seams open, we're then going to fold it in half and press them again for all of those pieces. So you can do this in sections because sometimes it can be a little difficult to get it all perfectly even, just like that. So if you just kind of go maybe 5 or 6 inches at a time, you're more likely to get it perfectly even. Now we're going to move on to putting the bodice together. So we're going to start with the back and we're going to attach the sleeves to the back of the sweater. Right sides together, we're going to pin our sleeve to our back. There we go. And now we're going to do one straight stitch all the way down here using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Once you're done stitching it together, you're going to give it a nice press. There you go, nice and pressed. So you're going to do the same thing for the other side. Now the back is finished. Now we have to add the front. So we're going to do basically the same thing. We're just going to attach the front bodice to the sleeves. Bring your edges over like that. And now we're just going to attach our sleeves like that. This is now what the sweater pretty much looks like. As you can see, the sides are not attached, so that's what we're going to do next. So laying it down, we are just going to lay our sleeves together. And one thing I really like to do is to make sure that the underarm seams are matched. So I tend to spend a bit more time just making sure these are lined up nicely. It's just like a little extra thing that when I'm done sewing, I'm like, oh, look how nice that looked, you know? Here we go, everything's pinned together. You can really see it taking form. All we have to do is one straight stitch from the sleeve all the way down to the waist. We're looking pretty good from the outside. I'm gonna show you what it looks like from the inside now. It's really exciting. Yes, come on, so cute. We have two side seams here that we stitched together. We want these two side seams to match the side seams of the sweater. So with the right sides facing outward, I'm going to attach. See, there we got our seams matching up, pin. Now we just have to pin the rest of it together. Stretch it out, work your way to the center of both pieces and pin. And this should help make things a bit more even. I'm going to do the same thing down here. So you're going to do the same thing you did with the waistband, which is you want to match your seam to your seam. So just remember when you're working with the bands that you now have 3 layers of fabric going on here instead of 2. So you just have to keep an extra eye out and make sure that everything is lined up properly and flush and even. Just make sure to tug a little bit along the way. Guys, you have no idea, we already did one and I'm still this is so good right here. This is so good. Our neckband is in and it's looking really, really good, but there is one additional step that I think should be included in the pattern that isn't, and that is a top stitch. The reason for that is because no matter how much you press this or iron it, this is still going to stick out or roll up or whatever. So the top stitch just helps to keep it down. To do this, what I like to do is put my presser foot right on the center of the seam. Then I'm going to move my needle over. This is such a top-notch raglan sweater, good quality, good finish. If you like this video and you want to see more FIYs, Fashion It Yourself videos, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and you'll be the first to know when we've got new ones just like this. This is why you should always start with a full bobbin at the beginning of every project. This right here, super annoying.